Hello, my friends, and happy Halloween. Hope you are having a wonderfully spooky day, a spectacular day. I wanted to come on and just talk about something a bit personal that I just have part taken in stride and part completely freaked out about. And it's a frightening true tale for me that I just wanted to share because I'm not the only one this happens to. And to understand that this is life and these are the things that do happen and they're not fun when they do, but it's just part of life. And that's why I'm talking about lotions and potions and just a little bit of behind the scenes of my life. I'm continuing to pursue my studies. I have a lot of studies, definitely getting more tech proficient. I'm definitely bringing more guests on here. We're doing DevFest collaborations. So, really excited to bring more technical content and just continue sharing my journey. And one of the things that happened to me in some of the amazing, let's start with the amazing things that have happened this year in addition to being a student. I got to go see family overseas in England, and that was just a super fun trip. I was there for the coronation, not at the coronation, but in England while it was happening, and just had a lot of fun with that. And just a wonderful time to see extended family and time with my mom. And so all of that was wonderful. And right when I got back, I was so exhausted from that trip and just flight delays getting back and all the rest of it. I just collapsed with surgery. But part of it was pre-existing and I just wasn't aware of it. So apparently I have gallstones and I ended up with an ERCP surgery where they put you under anesthesia and then they sort of pop out the stones. Very different than kidney stones. But I think gallstones were coming from just really getting really lazy about my diet. I had sort of undertaken what I experienced as trauma through the pandemic. I'm sure I'm not the only one. And I had had some weight gain, just a lot of stress, a lot of transitions, and some moving, and just all of it kind of ended up just kind of in my body. Some exacerbated asthma. I threw out my elbow, like just not really trying to go with a tale of woe, but just some of the things that were sort of realities that I knew. Uh, I thought eventually my elbow would heal, only to find out it was healing wrong, and now that's been sort of popped back into place. Kind of optimistic that that will heal properly. But what I had no idea was even a possibility because I went through surgery, my mom went through surgery, and exactly about 3 months on the button, like in that time frame, which is exactly when they say it would happen, my hair started falling out in fistfuls. And so I had the luxury of beautiful pandemic locks. My hair got really long and was a normal thickness. And then as this started to happen, I hadn't really noticed that I was just shedding a lot more in the shower. And just as I'd run my hands through my hair, just I would just get clumps of hair. But there was one particular day that I was heading up to campus and I was on the train, and on the train, just like handfuls of my hair were coming out. Like I didn't have anywhere to throw it out. So I, like hid it in my bag in like a little side pocket in my bag because I didn't know what to do with it because it was coming out in fistfuls. And then later it started kind of to mat at the end, which had never happened before. So I just cut it off and I still need like a proper haircut. But I have just lost half of my hair. And that is really unnerving for me that it is so thin relative to what it was. So now I mean, it's still there, but it's a lot shorter and a lot thinner than what I'm used to. So lotions and potions, I just kind of want to just share that I'm like I mean, I've had um, Garnier fructose, so I always had that's like a good just leave in and kind of gives my hair some extra curl. And then found myself buying just like extra hair treatments. One that I will give credit to, in addition to just like trying to have as healthy a diet I can with some good healthy fats, is this one Beauty Hair, Nail, and Skin. I can't say what it's doing for my hair just yet, but I will say my nails are just insanely strong and quite long. So very happy with that one for its quality, for what it's doing for my nails. That is this one. I've also, when I was in England, I picked up some extra omega-3 fish oil and picked up some extra sort of little avocado vitamin E. And of course, I am just totally on trend with the rosemary water. So just boiled a few sprigs of rosemary, put them in a bottle, and then just have been kind of doing that sort of in my sort of typically morning and evening routine. So that is the uh, just the rosemary trend that everybody has apparently been talking about recently. So we're going to see how that does. And I know that that's really about like treating the scalp. And I found this one, just like a rosemary mint. I found this one, which is like castor oil. I found, I ordered this, which is like just rosemary oil, sort of also to put on my scalp. And then a couple of more of these little bottles for that kind of treatment. And then just also adding in just a lot of vitamins. So like here's the vitamin B. So that's just a few of the lotions and potions that I have incorporated into my daily routine and just like trying to really give my scalp some love. I know that it will take time to start getting that thickness back. It's called effluvium, which basically means that it just like more of your hair goes into its resting phase than is normal. And they said it's very typical after surgery, which is what I had, or after childbirth, or any other kind of just trauma, or an extreme diet, or other things that just kind of create some trauma for the body to overcome. So this was my trauma that I'd had, and it really was the culmination of just what had felt like a few years of trauma, just like taking a toll on my body, and my body just having just a stress reaction to coming back from traveling, and then this kind of happening thereafter. So this is like just not what I'm used to, kind of not how I'm used to wearing my hair. I was getting so comfortable with it being really long and also really thick, and it is not that. It's basically what used to be um, half of like if I would put my hair in braids or something like that. That thickness um, is just making one ponytail right now. So it really is like I feel like I have half the volume of what I used to have. And some of these things I think I think the phrases where the oldest will ever been and where the youngest will ever be. So sometimes when these things happen, no matter what your age, you go, is this age? But sometimes it's not. It really just is circumstances, and your body will bounce back. I know my hair will grow back. I'm very confident in that, but obviously I'm doing everything in my power to aid it along from both like the internal and the external, and wanting to get everything like kind of helping it along as much as it can. Now I do know like once it starts, it did say like it was like 2 to 4 months before that phase kind of naturally comes to an end. So I don't know like how much faster I can make it, but I have noticed like that hair falling out is definitely slowed down. Still sort of a little bit more than what I'd say was normal, but it's definitely slowed down. And I'm optimistic that, given 4 months, 6 months, like all of those new hairs will start to kind of grow back, and I will get, my head of my mane back. But it's a little frightening. It is my frightening tale because there's definitely a psychological impact to these things when they happen. They're not fun. And you're like, what's going on? And will it ever be better? And I obviously want to do more on YouTube and on camera. And I was just noticing myself like always wearing my hair back in a ponytail. And now I'm like, no, I just need to acknowledge like what is happening and why I'm so insecure about my hair. And maybe like other people might not notice, but I certainly noticed, especially like I said, that one day that I was up in LA, my hair was coming out in handfuls. And there was about 2 weeks where it was really bad. And now it's tapered off. So I'm really confident that I'm coming out the other side of it. But there are things. I mean, I think healing is a big thing. I mean, I've been seeing a chiropractor who's kind of got this elbow kind of back into place because I busted it in a move last year, just continuing to carry things with my right hand. And it feels weak and it just doesn't feel right. And I think now that it's been popped into place, I went to see sort of the chiropractor for being a specialist, and he's like, yeah, I can feel a lot of inflammation in there. So there's that. And then the other part of it is just my lungs, which a combination of just good health, good mental health, good physical health, pacing myself through all the things that I'm doing because I just really have challenges with my lungs. So doing my best to take care of them. I also found some supplements that are designed for lung health. So working on that and just, I'm on this intense learning journey. I'm loving it, but also realize that I have to take care of my health at the same time and other responsibilities. And that's kind of where I'm at. So just, yeah, this was my little truly frightening tale that I thought I would sort of share on Halloween and all of the lotions and potions that I'm finding myself uh, using. And, we can document this so that as I have a hair update, as it comes together, as it gets better, um, we can see if, just nature takes its course and it just comes back, and or if any of the lotions and potions that I'm taking kind of can make it potentially better than it was, or at least kind of get me back there. But I'm just gonna say, out of all of these lotions and potions, I would say this Beauty is my favorite, and I think that's just because my nails are just these are natural and just rocking, and so I'm really pleased with that to the point that when I work as much as I do on my computer, I'm like, I might need to trim those to be able to do all the typing that I do. But in the meantime, like I said, happy Halloween. Hope you're having a foolishly glorious day and enjoying what I like to sort of see as the beginning of the night, because there is more night in our days than daylight. And so to me, this is not only just a spooky time, but a time that we can sort of welcome this new season of darkness. And we're going to have a time change soon, and that we just have more time inside and more time with less light, and also a time that we can, yeah, just be together inside more, and days end earlier and start a bit later, and it's just the season of the darkness. And with that, we welcome it, welcome this new season. School is going strong. Really happy that we're almost kind of in that final push, just one more month of real intensity that I'm super excited about, but also wanted to like find a balance and be able to do stuff here on YouTube as I continue on this journey. So this was just like just a little social check-in, just to share my frightening tales of wishing that my hair would not be completely falling out, but it is what it is. And I'm sure that I am not alone in having issues like this that just happen and that just strike at our confidence and our um, yeah, just our confidence, because we forget that certain things about our appearance give us that extra confidence, and when we lose those, we're like, whoa, wait a minute. So we do what we can to kind of psychologically integrate these new realities, but also, like I said, I'm not stopping because I'm like, what can I take from a diet perspective, from a supplement perspective, from a tonic and hair lotion perspective? So wanting to do everything I can to um, get it back on track. And again, my rosemary water and my rosemary oils that I've got here to see kind of does that help. And that is it for today. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much. Take care.